Hello CVU, welcome to this special edition of the CVU Show. I'm Jami, and today this morning's activity is a friendly competition to see which advisories can create the best stories. Let's start with a very short story about a red hawk and a cow. And I know you might be wondering where this is going, but just trust me, stay with me. Okay. In a sunlit meadow, a red majestic hawk soared above, its keen eyes scanning the ground for movement below. A gentle cow named Daisy grazed peacefully, unaware of the bird's watchful gaze. As the red hawk swooped down to investigate, a rustle in the grass, Daisy lifted her head, their eyes meeting in a moment of shared curiosity and wonder. Now it's your turn. Here are the rules. You have 10 minutes, and the goal is to create a 3 to 5 sentence story that makes sense and is very interesting and creative in some way. Advisory members will contribute one word at a time to the story in order to complete the story. Students should not take more than 10 seconds at a time to provide each word, and students can choose to end a sentence or start a sentence if it makes sense to do so. They may also skip their turn. There will be awards at the end for the best, most creative stories. Advisors, you can access the full set of rules in your calendar or email. Now, please leave this live stream running. We will let you know when you're running out of time and when to submit. Now, you may start. Okay, CVU, 5 minutes is up. We're about halfway through. All right, advisors, one more minute. Please submit your stories to the link in the email in your calendar, and please finish up your stories. All right, advisors, your time is up. Thank you to everyone who participated, and we will reveal the winners on Thursday. But now I'd like to introduce today's guest, who will explain why we did today's activity. Joining me is Mr. Jeff Glaspie, who teaches math and computer science at CVU. Welcome, Mr. Glaspie.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So it seems a bit strange to have a math and computer science teacher helping us explain a story-based activity.
Yeah, well, remember the activity we did a little while back where we had a video about a pig rescuing a goat?
Yeah, what was that about?
Well, yeah, it turned out to be a deep fake, as you know, and today's activity was actually brought to you by the same folks. And once again, there's a bit of a twist. We're celebrating Computer Science Education Week this week, and the purpose today is to actually explain a little bit how large language models work.
Wow, what are large language models?
Well, a large language model, or LLM for short, is a type of artificial intelligence that can read and write like a human. It learns from tons of text online to figure out how words fit together, so it can create sentences, it can answer questions, it can even tell stories based on what you ask it or what you're prompting it. In fact, the story you read earlier about the red hawk and the cow, that was created by an AI chatbot using an LLM.
Really? Wow. Well, how do they work?
Well, these models are fed massive amounts of text to analyze, and they use that to actually figure out how words fit together. They use that text, once they analyze it, to create mathematical models to figure out what the next logical word would be based on what sentences they just heard.
Mm-hmm. So, like peanut butter and jelly.
Right. If for example, it was students that just did this, they were given some previous sentences and they came up with the next most logical word, which if it was peanut butter and blank, jelly would be the obvious one. Yeah. It wouldn't be something like helicopter.
Or meatballs.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But you have to be careful because the user has to pay attention, because LLMs don't check the accuracy of their results. That's up to the user. So if a model happened to be trained on biased data, the result, the story it told, the answer, could actually be biased.
So it could be a scholar-written essay, but it could be totally wrong based off biased information?
That's right. That's why it's so important for the user to assess the output by themselves.
Yeah. How can people learn more about LLMs and AI?
Well, they can learn through our computer science classes here at CVU. There's also a team working right now on other learning opportunities for students.
That's so interesting. Is there anything else that you'd like people to know?
No, I think it's great that we're exploring this, and I encourage every student to explore large language models and AI and those kinds of things.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right. That's it for this special edition of the CVU Show. Back to the advisories.